Hi, Carolyn Evans here, Trichologist, Absolique Hair Health Clinic. Just want to cover off the importance of pH testing and alkalizing when you're actually doing hair loss treatments. And that's what we focus on here at Absolique Hair Health Clinic, is hair loss treatments. So when you're doing hair loss treatments, you're actually correcting the body. We have done some videos on this in the past. We're going to go just a little bit more in depth of why and how it works. So this is our pH test kit. So pH is related to the fluid balance of a cell. So if the cells aren't functioning correctly, then things can go wrong. When you're doing hair loss treatments, generally you have cells that aren't functioning correctly. So you need to put the cells back in balance. So by learning what your pH is, we can then teach you how to take some methods of alkalizing to then take what's required for the cell to be corrected. So when things are damaged, they generally keep being damaged unless the cell has what it needs. So the first thing a cell requires is to be pH neutral. This is for hair loss treatments, of 7. So different parts of the body have different pH. Your hair and skin has a different pH, but the fluid balance of the cell, testing via the urine first thing in the morning, is 6.8 to 7.2. So we say it's around neutral, which is 7. So we use the term alkalizing because most people are bringing it up from acid. Okay, so your pH scale is 0 to 14, 7 in the middle. Most of us test and we come in at, on this particular scale, 5.5, because that's the colour of the paper. So when they test the litmus paper, the first morning sample, when you go to the bathroom and you see what colour the paper turns. If the paper turns a colour, you relate the colour to a number on the scale, so the number then gives you your reading. So in this particular case, the paper is yellow. If it does not change colour, then the number there is 5.5. In many cases, you wet the paper and the paper turns white. It means you are below 5.5, and that's acid. Now, it's very common these days. We've pH tested or counted 330 people. We tested 3 people came back being in the pH zone that they need to be. So we are actually living as an acid society, and a lot of it is based from the foods and the toxins that we're exposed to. Now that can in turn lead to the problems of hair loss and hair thinning. But we need to address it and adjust it when you're doing hair loss treatments. If you don't pH balance, you can't do cellular correction. In addition, when you're doing cellular correction, you must give back to the body what it's also lost, and it's 60 essential minerals. 60 essential minerals per day, every day. It's not in the soils anymore. It's been lost through the food chains and it's processed out of the foods. The other thing that we need every day is essential fatty acids. Again, it used to come through the food chain. It no longer does. So your essential minerals, your 60 essential minerals, and your essential fatty acids must be in the cell when the cell is alkaline. So a lot of us are taking minerals. Then we say, where are the minerals from? A lot of them are elemental. Elemental have a wrong charge. They don't actually digest in your intestine. And then if your body is not alkaline or in that zone, then it's not going to work anyway. So what we do is a process of correcting the cell all at the same time. pH test, alkalize, provide the colloidal minerals. We then also provide the essential fatty acids, and on top of that we go in with strong antioxidants to combat the free radicals. Now with hair loss treatments these days, we have a hair cycle problem. The hair cycle is your entire scalp. We all have a hair cycle. Now that's going wrong. Diffuse hair loss, alopecia areata, hair thinning, all these different types of thing in combination with female pattern thinning and male pattern thinning. When you have the female pattern thinning and male pattern thinning, the cause is DHT, dihydrotestosterone. If you want to block the DHT, doing hair loss treatments, we have to do it naturally. It can be done medically, but when you're going to take a medication, it can cause systemic changes. Systemic changes can affect the health of the cell. So in turn, it can cause hair thinning, even though it's preventing the problems up here with the DHT. So we go in with natural DHT blockers. We've got one we prescribe for our female clients and one we prescribe for our male clients. However, the natural DHT blocker will not work unless the cell is functioning. So everything starts to come back to the almighty pH. So I challenge you, if you have not heard of pH before, go and research it. You put it into Google online and so many different things will come up. There is no bad reports about pH. It's basically what your body is supposed to be. We've just moved away from it. So I hope that clears up some of the questions that I'll be getting about the importance of pH testing, alkalizing when you're doing hair loss treatments, and as a side effect, just for good health and prevention of aging. Thank you.